Well, today is forearms. Remember 15 kilos, a straight bar, 20 reps. Sorry, 12 and a half kilos or 15. No, this is our 2.5. Yeah, 15 kilos, 20 reps. Remember where you place your hands on your knees. If you feel this tendon here burning immediately, stop and reposition yourself because you are doing it wrong. So, say like here, this is too much, too wide. Maybe here will be better. There, easy. You shouldn't feel nothing here, but absolutely nothing. If you feel something here, stop immediately because right now in these 20 reps I didn't feel any pain, but from those three or two that I started with, super wide, I felt this super hot. So, let's go. Well, maybe I dodged the bullet with the iPhone 16 Pro Max because now everybody is saying that that phone is not worthy, that the placement of the button is too awkward. If you take a photo with your finger, you have to put your index finger too far away to take the photo, and if you take the photo or the video, you're going to see in the photo that it's moved, and in the video that you move the phone on the first second. And if you turn that button more sensitive to avoid that, it will become so sensitive that you can invoke the camera without just by having the phone on your hand. You can touch that without wanting, and it will launch the camera up, and nobody is using that button for anything except for launching the app. So maybe I dodged the bullet there big time. But I don't know, maybe I should get the 15 Pro Max, but this is still I don't want to go that thin on my budget. I'm not made of gold. Maybe I should do to failure every time, because now I did 23, I didn't feel it, like a crazy amount. And yeah, I was and as I was talking about, no, I was saying, as I was saying, buying that MacBook, maybe it was, too. Maybe it was a dumb move. I'm really, really, really hoping that the moment that I use that machine, I get blown away by how fast it is, because it's very expensive. Um, you know, uh, um, I don't want to thin my budget that much with a new iPhone. No, I don't mean the 16 Pro. I mean a new in general, a new phone. Um, and I think the the wisest the wisest thing to do now is wait for the next year and hope that that phone really improve the actual one with all the that I don't care the Apple Intelligence. I really don't care. I mean, the Samsung phone have their own AI bullshit, and they are still the same shit as every year. I had Samsung phone for a lot of time. I know that, for example, the Samsung Galaxy 3, the 5, and the 6, were for my use and my experience were very good phones. But when I bought the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, was the biggest piece of trash that I ever deal with. I spent, I don't know, it was, I think, almost 3 years with that phone. It's every other time the phone will just reset itself. It will restart itself. It will get super mega hot in the pocket without using it. Very frustrating using the Android devices. And then when I have enough money, I bought my current phone, and this has been a really 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 good phone. I mean, I dropped this phone. I only have the case that I bought the first 10 days of having it, and never use a screen protection or anything like that. And I dropped this phone so many times from so many heights in so many places, and the phone doesn't have a single scratch. So it's very painful for me, thinking of buying another phone just for that them lightning port. I really need the USB-C. But it's better to avoiding the wallet now than buying the phone and be super mega constrained or restrained on my budget, and really worry about how I going to end up the month. Anyway, let's keep going. Um, I'm very conservative with my money. Conservative, very cautious with my money. For example, the laptop, it was already a very big move. I'm now thinking on maybe returning that laptop and wait for MacBook M1 Max to appear on the refurbished Apple Store. The only one that I saw for a month in August was an M1 with 64 gigs, but 8 terabytes of internal memory, and I don't need that much, and that drove the price almost to 5,500 euros. So no, I'm not going to buy that. Anyway, let's do this to failure and let's see how many I can do. 40. Ooh, 40 reps. Well, there. Oof. Okay, 40 reps. Maybe I should. Well, this is double. Maybe I should do 40 reps from now on, because after two sets in the third, making 40 reps is not alright. So let's keep going. And now the new max will be announced in October. Maybe I've been too dumb, but if you keep waiting forever, you're never going to do anything. So I don't know. I think I maybe trying to convince myself that I did the right decision. I mean, I've been watching a lot of videos and reviews of this laptop that I bought, and maybe it was, a little bit too expensive. That I have my M1 MacBook Air since the second year that came out in this. I don't know how many years that is. Can be 4 years ago, and that thing is incredible. I mean, the battery, it lasts for a lot of time. I don't know. Maybe I get too worried about nothing, and if I don't like the laptop, I can return it. So let's do the last one. In the previous one, I did 40 reps. Let's see how many I do now. Okay, this one has been a lot more difficult, but so I'm going to increase the amount of reps to 40 for the next time. I prefer doing 40, 40, let's say 35 and 35, than this that I did 20, 20, 40 and 40. We have to keep raising the minimum. And now I'm really starting to really distrust these reviewers, because everything was like super positive and super everything about the new iPhone, and now everyone is saying that it's shit. With Android phones, this is like super mega obvious. I mean, there is a new Android phone, no matter what it is, it's the best thing in the world, and they just still use their iPhones for everything. But with this new iPhone, everyone is saying that the 16 is enough, and that the 16 the iPhone 16 is enough. You know, the Pro and the Pro Max, they say now that it's not worth it. I mean, now it's they had the phone for 20 days. Maybe it's fair, maybe it's not, but you know, uh, maybe I should distrust more the people that live of only talking about Apple. I don't know. Now, forearm extensions, 10 kilos, 15 reps. Let's see how it feels. Oof, this one, you know, you have to focus on really not open your hands. And I think that works with everything, right? I mean, distrust everyone and try to make your own conclusions, gathering the most information everywhere. Because, for example, now with everyone was saying that the Intel ARM was the big thing and it was the best, and you know, a couple of months later, you know, it's still dog shit. Then now I think Intel Lunar Lake or whatever they want to call it, now they are saying, no, this is now the really best thing to, you know, how many times you're going to say this is the best thing about the product of the same company, and now Intel is sinking and sinking and sinking, and I think PlayStation just rejected an offer of Intel to make the new PS6 chips, I think, and Intel just said PR bullshit, and Sony and AMD, they didn't wanted to say anything, so that means that they are going to do it on their way. You know, let's do it, and I will keep talking later. This one, born super easily at just 15 reps. And there, you know, I don't know what to. I feel like I don't know who to trust when you have to distrust everyone. You know, sometimes I want to think like the regular people, that they think they saw a thing on the TV and they believe it. You know, bad people, good people. End of the story. The government is good. They look for you, not for your welfare, for your welfare, for your own good. They are never intentions behind their actions. I know. You know, it's really tiring. You know, I don't want to sound like this prepper guys or tinfoil hats, but you know, you should. I think there is in the world there is only two groups: the people that are in and the people that is out, and that's it. Everywhere you're going to find that group. Everyone, everywhere that you look, from the most stupid thing like your friends group. For example, maybe in your friends group there are people that are very into the lifting weights and others that don't, and those that don't lift weight don't are they are going they are not going to understand your jokes or our jokes or or our lifestyle. If you are very into laptops, uh, into programming, into hardware, your friends that are not into that, they are not going to understand you. If you are in the stock market, you are going to see things that regular people they don't. You know, there are things that you shouldn't you should try to not be overwhelmed but by the world as it is. The world, it is what it is. You shouldn't try to fight it. Just it's like a wave. You should ride it the best way that you can, and that's it. Riding the wave. you know Riding a wave in a shit storm. That's the name of the game. You can't do any other thing. For example, now this huge DD thing happened where this guy appeared to have relations with a lot of celebrities, Jennifer Lopez, LeBron James. You can believe that, you cannot, but now you can understand why some people said that there are not parties like Diddy's party. Now you are understanding the joke because of this, what of it that happened. That's what I'm talking about when I said there is people that is in and that is out. On everywhere. You're going to see it. Let's keep going. Well, I hope not sound too grim about that. I mean, I think the iPhone thing really get me. I mean, it's I'm trying to convince myself that I don't need that phone. I'm like the meme of SpongeBob, where is when he enters the what's the name of the squirrel? Enter in her house, and he becomes more drier and drier, and he needs water, and he starts thinking, I don't need it, I don't need it. Well, that. Now, 20 kilos reverse curl, 15 reps, and here I shouldn't have that much trouble to be to not open my hands. Now 50 kilos, 20 reps, reverse barbell curls behind the hip. Let's see how it feels. Well, that was pretty nice. Going slower on the way down didn't cause me any trouble. So let's keep up. Well, there you hear my rant about trying to convince myself that I don't need a phone, and I don't need it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the next one. I don't want to run on thin ice. The exercises were fine except for the first one that I have to rise the reps to 40 reps. But yeah, I want to talk about that. You know, I mean, for 20 days, after 20 days that all this information came out, it started to came out now these days, this last, let's say, 2 3 days. It's alright because the reviewers can have the phone in their hands and use it, and when you have a new thing, like if for example the iPhone 16 Pro, the iPhone 16, that is the new button, you have it for a couple hours and you can imagine how you will use it, but in 20 days you really have to use that button and try to look for the best use case scenario. And if these people can find it, that's really meaningful, right? For example, there was a podcast of two YouTubers that they were talking about how annoying it was to use the button because it only had three levels of sensitivity, and they don't distinguish between pushing the button and just the touching of the button. I mean, if you put it on the hardest of the sensitivity to have a better control doing the zoom and everything with the button, then pressing the button is also more difficult, and that makes the control very hard. Also, the iPhone is a very brain dead you don't have to think almost anything when using the camera because the phone does everything for you, and having that control there is for the zoom that you have it on the screen is really stupid. They were talking about that this is the most Android thing that Apple have made ever, and is adding a button because innovation, and the placement of the button is very bad. I mean, it isn't higher enough to be just comfortable on the vertical on the vertical side at this and it isn't as low as be comfortable to using on landscape mode. So I use less button, I think. Also, the big thing that Apple has been selling, that is Apple Intelligence. I never wanted to buy the iPhone 16 because of that. I wanted because of the USB-C and more storage that I think I don't need. And it's not there. It's not going to be there for a long time. And one of these guys said that iPhone Apple really works software and hardware together, and now they feel like more Android than ever, where the hardware goes their own way and the software goes another way, and you can see that on the menu when you're using this touch sensitive mode button, where the menu of the button overlaps the camera menu. So yeah, it's not worth it at all. So I will see you tomorrow with another topic. I think I'm going to talk about the situation of MKBHD, Marcus Rowley. And yeah, with shoulders. That I have to tell you, I have pain on my shoulder again because today I slept on my shoulder, and it's not the same pain right here, but it's more on the whole shoulder. I think so. I think I slept with my shoulder like this. Now I feel a lot of pain, but not the pain, the stabbing pain, but general pain. And here I don't feel a lot. So I think I slept like this tonight or something strange like that. So I will see you tomorrow with shoulders in the morning and chest on the afternoon. I hope, because if I don't, you will not have any video for Friday. Bye.